Ho, ho, holy shit! I ran out of Christmas sweaters, so you're gonna have to settle for a Christmas t-shirt.
Damn, son.
Anyways, this is one of those special enhanced reviews that contain segments of an interview that I did recently with one of the stars of the movie, Mel Heflin. Check out the full interview on my channel page. It's pretty good if I do say so myself.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Greetings and welcome back to the festive 3-minute horror show. My name is Ben, your host, and I love horror movies. In fact, I watch the bad movies so that you don't have to. You're welcome. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Mrs Claus from 2018. This is a Christmas slasher in the vein of Black Christmas or Silent Night, Deadly Night, and it wears its 80s horror video influences right on its sleeve. This movie was written and directed by Troy Escamilla, who also wrote and directed a movie this year named Hollow Lake. Mrs Claus can be streamed here in Canada on Tubi. A sorority is hazing one of their pledges, a young woman named Angela, played by Mel Heflin. Amber, the terrible sorority leader, makes her drink a little pee and then humiliate herself in another way. She pushes through because Goonies never say die, and then we flash forward to the sorority Christmas party. At this point in time, Angela has been accepted into the sorority and everything is settled. Angela gives Amber a really nice looking bracelet for a Christmas gift. And in return, Amber gives her the device that she was humiliated with during her pledge week. This sets Angela off, and later that evening, Angela murders Amber with said device and then hangs herself under a tree on the lawn.
So I actually didn't jump on this project right away, like normally. This project, I saw it was taking the indie world by storm. Everybody was sharing it, whether they were in it or not, and it was just like this wildfire that was going through, and everybody was talking about it. Everybody was looking forward to it, and it was by Troy Escamilla. And I saw this movie like going crazy, and it hasn't even been filmed. And he had one prior film, and I saw this movie, and I was like, I have to find out how to audition.
Now, several years later, Amber's younger sister Danielle is a member of the same sorority, and she's living in the same house that her sister was murdered in. It's Christmas break, and the girls are going to have their traditional holiday party before everyone goes home for vacation. Before the party, though, Danielle receives an email from someone calling themselves Mrs Claus. It's a pretty wordy poem about how they're all going to die. The usual stuff. They also receive a visit from Angela's mother, played by screen queen Helene Udy from My Bloody Valentine. Udy shows up, menaces Danielle a little bit, and then finally leaves. Meanwhile, someone in a Mrs Claus costume is murdering the sisters, starting with Sophie, who's supposed to be on her way home.
Angela she just wants to be accepted, and she'll do anything to be accepted. And she just, she'll do anything to join the sorority, and she wants a group of sisters. She's an only child, and she just really wants in. And of course, anybody who's she's deep down, she's psychotic. She's psychotic. She's been pushed past the breaking point by this group of girls who, they just think they're having fun, but really, they're kind of evil. They're kind of mean.
One is
They're
particularly
big sistery type. And, anybody that can be driven to kill someone, they don't always start out with all their marbles, or their screws are always a little bit loose to begin with.
The party starts, and it's sparsely attended, as most of the kids have already left for home, but a handful show up. Another bona fide, honest-to-goodness scream queen shows up, and that's the head of college security, Brinke Stevens. She's investigating the disappearance of Sophie, and she warns the kids to behave before she leaves. The Mrs Claus killer continues killing people as they separate themselves from the pack, as we progress towards a satisfying conclusion with a good twist ending. And I'm not going to spoil it. This was a straight-up love letter to holiday slasher films from the 80s, and I totally dig it. All of the effects were practical, they looked great, and I love practical effects.
Nice.
One of the kills looked like it was an homage to the skewer kill from the movie Happy Birthday to Me from the 80s, and I would love to know if that was the intention. All in all, this was a really, really good holiday slasher. The cast all did great jobs, especially veterans Mel Heflin, Brinke Stevens, and Helene Udy. And knowing that this was only the second writing and directing effort from Troy Escamilla makes it even more impressive. Stick around until after the credits of the movie for a surprise. I rate Mrs Claus an 8 out of 10. As usual, a link to my Letterboxd appears in the video's description. Please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe, as it really does boost my engagement and helps my channel grow. Smell you later, nerds!
This is isn't right. This is just